This guide will be saying how to update your U7 weapons to update 8. So, I will firstly get a weapon. So for this, I'll be using my katana. So if I can find it. So I have my katana here. This is not on how to make a new weapon for the SDK, as I haven't got around to that yet. So I got my katana here. What I want to do is these normally work fine. I just got to get the model out. So I've technically already rigged this to make it so it'll work fine. But that doesn't really matter. What I'll be doing is I will be updating damage definitions, which isn't really needed at the moment, but mainly it's collider groups that need fixing. So for the collider groups, you want to click on your blade collider group, and you want to click generate imbue mesh. It will create a mesh for the colliders that are set in your collider group. Then you want to select the imbue emission renderer to the model of your imbue part. So for this, I'll be making it the rig 3, which is the katana blade, onto the blade collider group. Imbue shoot isn't really important, as it's mainly used for shooting projectiles with magic when that eventually comes out for the wands and staffs. If you want to add it, feel free, but it doesn't really matter. So once that's done, you want to go onto your weapon, where the imbue will be taking place. You want to click down onto the shader. You want to tick emission. Now emission is selected. You want to move over your emission texture. Now there has to be a texture. So what I recommend you do is, for example, get I don't know, a random white texture or something. I'll be moving my normal map because I'm lazy. As you can see, it's added it to that. But don't worry about that. Then you want to set the emission map, the red, green, and blue, to 1, 1, 1 to make sure that it's black so it cannot be seen. This is quite important, as if it's set to 0, 0, 0, Unity culls it. It gets rid of it completely. So now that that is done, you also want to make sure you apply your physics materials correctly, as they've all been reset. So I want to set it to blade for the blade, and then for blunt I want to set the handle to wood, and I want to set the rest to metal. Now don't worry that this is pink, as it will be removed in game. Now that that is done, you want to move your katana and extract the prefab like you usually do. So this is Drug's katana. Game, asset builder, and for some reason you can't select your folder again. I don't know why. Oh, before I finish, I forgot to mention, you want to get your model. You want to click on the mesh, and you want to find your import settings. Make sure that read and write is enabled. I completely forgot to mention this. So you tick that, and then you apply. Now that is done, I will extract the prefab, making sure that I don't think I actually I accidentally didn't select its asset bundle. Oh yes, I did. So I selected the asset bundle. I will now extract it. It's being real. The SDK is kind of buggy at the moment. I don't know why it does this. Okay, so I've selected my katana. Now I want to build the asset bundle. Meanwhile, you have to create a brand new you want to create a brand new folder with brand new JSONs, as it just will not work. So I'll set my katana up. I will get a manifest from one of the old mods, as it doesn't really matter at the moment. Make sure you edit the manifest so Vortex players can use your weapons. It's not responding for some reason at the moment, I'm not sure why. There you go. So edit with Notepad++, you know, the usual. You can use your previous one too. So this will be 3.0, and it'll be game version 8. Now that's done. I'll be going into default, items, and I'll get one of the swords that are short. So I'll get the short common. Now I'll go to katana and paste it, renaming it as you usually do with the JSONs. The JSONs have changed drastically. So once I'm able to edit it, I will show you what I mean. So I will zoom in just to make it easier to see. So now I'll have to change all the usual stuff. You cannot reuse your previous JSON, as pretty much everything has changed. So the prefab name. The slot has changed from 1s, 2s, and 3s to short, medium, large, and such. So, for instance, the Dragon's Katana is a medium weapon. Mana regen multiplayer. I'm not sure what any of these mean at the moment, except for spell charge, which makes sense. Fight and throw I want true because I have a fly ref. So there's all these options you can change. Now the collider groups is here now. So you want to set the collider group so it should be blade. Now the collider group ID goes by tiers 1 to 4. There might be a 0 too. This means how long it would imbue onto the weapon for. So T4 is, you know, a long time. And of course T0, T1 is probably 1 hit and it'll go away. I'm going to set it to T3 just to be in the middle. And this is the name of my collider group. Of course, I don't think I'll have to add the blunt collider group as there's no imbue. To find out where all the collider groups are, you go into the Blade and Sorcery folder, default, collider groups, and there should be ones here you see for like shield metals, blades, crystals, and all that such. This is mainly for imbue, so you don't really have to worry about it yet. Make sure that your damages are correct. So there's pierce, slash, and blunt. There are new damager IDs now, so you can't use the old ones. You can also create your own, and they've changed drastically too. Make sure that your handle is correct, obviously. Now all of the visual stuff down here is moved down here for some reason. So the localization ID you want to make unique. Let's make it Dragon's Katana. Display name, the usual. With the description. Author. Pitchable true. Tier, I don't think really matters at the moment. And then the category is right here. Now that this is all done, I will save. I can close this out. Back in Unity, you want this all extracted. This usually takes a while for the first time of extracting a new weapon. It will no longer go inside of your asset bundle folder. It will no longer go into your mod folders just because it's bugged at the moment. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon. You can skip later through the video until this extracts. I don't know how to edit video, so for now we can just wait until it's done extracting. Now the imbu might look a bit weird on your weapon, depending on, of course, your emission. So you have to create a mission texture if you want it to look all fancy. I'll show you an example when we get in game to like a fancy emission texture, because I created one myself for one of my other katanas. So this should be done soon, I hope. This is normally the longest for making new maps, which is a bit of a pain. Expect to wait a while for these compiles of shader variants. So now it's building and compressing data. It should be done very soon. So now that that is done, we go into Unity and we find the asset bundles folder. We right click on the dragskatana.assets, show in Explorer. So show to, and then we drag this into here. Now I will load up the game, so please bear with me. Now I may be a bit quiet from now on due to me using my other microphone. However, I will try to speak up as best as I can. So, once I load into the game, of course, Oculus being slow as hell and forcing me to redo my playtime every time. So, now that I'm loaded in, select my character. So I'm here. So now your weapon should be here. Great, perfect. Now, emission texture, you can decide to create your own. This is what my other weapon looks like. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys soon.